Hi, my name is Alyssa, and I draw all kinds of stuff, mainly Animal Crossing stuff lately, and today's video is a continuation of yesterday's video where I drew people's Animal Crossing commissions of their pets. Now today's video is extra special because it's drawing one of my best friend's pets, and I love this cat in real life, so it was super fun to bring her to life as an Animal Crossing villager. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Off the top, I wanted to say sorry that I didn't include the speed paint footage of drawing the head here because I didn't start screen recording until I'd already drawn the head. So this cat Razzle, this beautiful specimen, you see the reference photos here, as I mentioned at the very top of the video, is one of my best friend's cats, in fact lifelong friends. I think there's like best friends and then there's just like people that have always been in your life and will always be in your life. There's like a different level. It's like the upgraded version of best friend. And like me, Tana, the owner of this cat, and another of our mutual friends, us three have been friends since 1997, 98, somewhere around there, because that's when I first moved to the school district where I met them. So our friendship has lasted for 23 years now, give or take a year. So our friendship has lasted longer than any other relationship in my life except for, obviously my parents and sister. And also my friendship with these two people is older than probably 90% of the people watching this video, which is a wild thing to think about. And just wanted to mention how cool my friend is, and also I love that she is a lifelong low-stress friend, and what I mean by that is like I feel like there's high-stress and low-stress friends. To me, a high-stress friend, when you're playing The Sims and you're trying to like build up relationships with random this matters less in like Sims 4 where you don't need to do this, but in the older games too, you had to like make random friends to get promoted, and you felt obligated to talk to them to be nice, and like you like these people, but if you don't talk to them every day, the relationship starts to like fade really quickly. That to me is like high stress, like feeling the need to like, oh, I need to talk to this person every week or they're gonna stop caring about me. That's high stress. Low stress, lifelong friendship, you don't talk to them for like 2 months, and then you message them out of the blue and it's like you're just finishing the sentence that you started 2 months ago, like nothing happened. That's the best kind of friendship, and you can sit in the same room together and barely talk and just hang out and you're not uncomfortable and you don't feel the need to fill the silence every 5 seconds. Like ideal friendship right there. So that's what I have with this girl and another of our friends. So awesome to still have this person in my life, and it's funny that she cares enough to watch my silly little YouTube videos and watches them with her kid, which is super cool. And she reached out to me and was like, we need artwork of Razzle as an Animal Crossing villager. And the inspiration I was given was burgundies, reds, and pink tones to match kind of the vibe of the living room that they're going for. And also there was the classic photo of the construction workers on the beam like eating lunch or whatever, like that kind of old-timey vibe. So I thought, what would be cuter than having Razzle in a little worker's outfit with overalls and a little hat enjoying some lunch. And very quickly it'll probably cut in about a minute, looking at the timeline, it'll cut to show another edition that she asked for. I wanted to explain it before it comes up so nobody's like, what is that? Tana asked when I sent her the work in progress sketch, she asked if I could add a can opener and a can of tomato paste, because Razzle's thing is whenever she hears the can opener, it's like a mad dash to the kitchen in the vain hope that it will be a can of tuna, but it's only a can of tuna maybe less than 10% of the time, but most of the time it's a can of tomato paste, so getting her hopes up for nothing. And I love Razzle because Razzle is like, she's like the quintessential black cat, and what I mean by that is like every cat that I've met that's a black cat, for whatever reason, they have this like duality where they're kind of goofy and they act kind of strange and a little off, like more so than a typical cat, because most cats act pretty odd, but they're also very bright when they need to be. And that's what Tana said in one of the messages too, is like she's smart in her own way, which I think is true. And when I was inebriated at Tana's apartment a while ago, I asked this cat for music recommendations. So apparently I thought this cat had some information to share with me, some wisdom to share with me. at one point in my life when I was not sober. So love this cat. Very cute face, like chubby little cheeks, very wide, almost vacant looking eyes, which is just adorable in a cat. And I tried to capture that with this drawing, and it's like really capturing that kind of like wide face shape that's almost like pointy but still squishy, and then the big open vacant eyes and little teeny face. So all the things that make a cat exceptionally cute and awesome, I tried to incorporate in this drawing. Here I'm just working on the flat colors in Adobe Animate. If you guys are new to this channel and this is my first video, or the first video of mine that you've seen, I use two programs. I use Procreate for iPad Pro to do the sketching and the fine details at the end, and right here in the middle I take the art and trace it in Adobe Animate and make flat vector shapes, just because I like how it looks, and it's a totally extra unnecessary step that most people wouldn't take, but I really like how clean the edges of the vector shapes look. And then I take this shape and bring it into Procreate to add the details at the very tail end. See, there's the can opener and the tomato paste in question. I wanted to mention it before it just popped up and had no explanation, so it's a fun little detail. And I like doing these commissions because like I had like a surge of requests today after the video went live, the first video. I'm recording this now the night of Monday, so it'll be up tomorrow morning. I was very flattered because the first video I did mentioning commissions, I got like 2 bites, and then now I have like 8 or 9 pending commissions, which is super cool, and some of them want props and like little things added in, and it's gonna be fun to maintain the art style that I've been doing of the Animal Crossing villagers, while also adding in some like props and other little details that I don't typically do in my A to Z series, and I can have more fun with the colors and all that kind of stuff in the background. So I can maintain my consistent art style while also branching out just a little bit in terms of, subject matter. Like one of them is going to be a ferret holding a little donut to snack on, like, how the villagers hold donuts. So another cute little food prop, which I love. I think that's one of my favorite things, is when the villagers just chill out for a while and eat a sandwich under a tree, that perfect little triangle sandwich. So I definitely wanted to incorporate that into this piece. Every sound imaginable seems to be happening across the street right now, so we're just going to keep rolling through it and hope that the background music drowns it out. Gotta love every neighbor on my street has like a minimum of 3 dogs, and they like to make noise a lot, so that's just one of the joys of living in a neighborhood, I suppose. So anyway, getting back to the art, I'm pretty happy with the color scheme of this. I wasn't sure if all the burgundy and the dark fur and all that would work together, but I actually really like how it came together in the end with all the different shadows I add, because I was still worried at the flat color phase that it wasn't gonna pop out enough from the background color. I don't know. I was worried it wouldn't mesh, and I would have to go back and redo the colors to make it all, harmonious, and I didn't have to do that, which I was relieved about. Like even at the line art stage here, I was still worried about, like, once I add the shadows, will it contrast enough from the burgundy and yada yada. So I'm really grateful I didn't have to go back and rework all the flat colors, because that would have taken a little extra time. And I'm surprisingly happy with how the can opener came out, because I was worried that it was going to look either too simplistic and be completely unrecognizable as a can opener, or I would add too much detail and it would be at odds with the simple cartoon style of the rest of the picture. So struck a happy medium, I think, with just enough detail to make it apparent that it's a can opener. My years of practice drawing random objects as cartoon characters on Fiverr has definitely paid off. Which, another reason I'm so grateful that people are like latching onto the Animal Crossing commissions is I actually want to work on them. I'm a top rated seller on Fiverr, which is something I don't like to talk about too much in these videos because it's not something I want to do forever. It's just something that helps pay the bills. And a part of the reason I don't like talking about it is I don't want to encourage people to do it, because you do get a lot of bad clients and a lot of people that you deal with exceptionally picky about the most random things, and that's something I don't really experience as much with commissions for, one-off pieces or like themed pieces like these Animal Crossing things. People are much more chill. They're more patient about expecting deliveries on a certain time. They're more open to your suggestions if you have a suggestion for a color or something you think might look good. People are very open when they come to you for a commission, I feel like, but through Fiverr people have such weird expectations. Like, they simultaneously want the world's cheapest art, but they also have like VIP expectations of how they're going to be treated, and they also think that their order is the only thing that you have on your mind at any given time. So you'll get messages at 1 a.m. like, where's my artwork? And I'm like, you're number 15 in my to-do list, buddy. You're nowhere. I haven't even started working on your artwork. And you know, but people who commission me for Animal Crossing stuff, like, super chill. I haven't had any problem with that. And like, one-off commissions, somebody will message me on Facebook like, can you draw my pet dog or something like that. Those kind of commissions are super easy to deal with. Like, the clients are so much better. So I'm so grateful that this is starting to, you know, pick up, and hopefully is going to open more opportunities up to do more of this kind of commission work and less of the Fiverr stuff. So grateful to anyone who has reached out asking about Animal Crossing commissions. I can do other art commissions as well. I just thought doing Animal Crossing commission ones and talking about them in videos would be a natural thing for me to do on this channel, seeing as how I've been doing Animal Crossing videos for quite some time. So, but yes, if you have any other commission ideas that are not Animal Crossing related, you know, fill out the form anyways and just say what you're looking for, and I can also give you a quote for that. I might not make a YouTube video out of it unless it's something like that I'd want to make a YouTube video about. You know, I've been wanting to make a YouTube video about that is like old news now, is I want to do a piece of art involving like an animatronic semi-submerged in water, the submechanophobia thing that was like kind of trendy on TikTok for a while. And now all the theme park channels have already done videos about Disney submechanophobia like 2 weeks ago, so now the topic's officially like nobody cares about it. But you know, so if it's a piece that's something really interesting or different for my channel like that, like a underwater animatronic horror piece or something, I would totally do a YouTube video talking about your commission if you reached out for something off the wall like that. So, getting back on topic here, because I am all over the place today. I've tried to re-record with all the different street noises going on. This is like attempt number 4. So, getting back on topic, I like this like little green eyeshadow that I put inside of the black part of the eye, the pupil. I like this technique for adding color to eyes, because sometimes I feel like, I think I mentioned this in a previous video, sometimes I feel like with cartoon art, sometimes adding the iris around the pupil, it takes away from the cartoon appeal of a character. It takes away from that punchy, like, high contrast big pupil on a big white eye kind of look. It softens the eye, which isn't always what you're looking for, but sometimes you just want that little touch of color just to add, you know, personality or a little extra color to your piece. And just adding a little shadow of it inside the pupil, like Kirby does, for example. I think they also do this in like Pokemon, I think it's a nice way to add color to the eye without it softening the eye so much that it looks different, you know? And this is the final piece. I really like how it all came together. I really like the slight hint of purple I added to the burgundy tones in the background. Tana was thrilled with it, and I can't wait to see what this piece looks like hung up on her apartment wall. It's going to be so cool to see in person next time it's safe to travel out to Michigan and visit. So it was a blast working on this, and I can't wait to do more videos drawing your guys' Animal Crossing villager pet commissions and any other commissions I may happen to get. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you aren't already. I upload new videos every single week. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.